7:30, November 17, 2025. Call the meeting to order, BZA meeting to order. Roll call.
Kyle Ferris.
Here.
Steve Eisenbrown.
Here.
Keith Campbell.
Here.
Bill Gallagher.
Here.
Amy Richardson.
Here.
Chris Barone is not here. Jim Steele Smith.
Here.
All right, if you all would, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have a motion to approve the agenda with flexibility.
I move to approve the agenda with flexibility.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. We are at the approval of minutes. We want to go ahead and let's do these real quick.
Yep.
I have before me the October 2025 BZA regular meeting minutes. Anybody have any corrections or additions?
New business, Mr. Butler isn't capitalized.
Ian Butler.
New business, Mr. Butler,
First.
first paragraph.
On the second page, the second paragraph, Mike Cannon, the C is not capitalized. The second paragraph, second line.
Oh, I know it's in.
Oh,
Got it.
There were no other corrections or additions.
Make the motion, we approve the minutes as corrected.
I second.
All in favor?
aye.
Motion's passed. Okay, we have new business here to review the edits of Article, let's say, 28. All right. We've got printouts from section 27, 28, 27.01, 28.06, and 28.07.
5, 6, and 7.
Oh, fine. Yep, correct. Thank you.
Here and what's the one that Scott just sent me?
I was able to bring it up on my phone.
The newest one, the one that I just sent you, yeah. You have it in your hand,
Thank you.
yeah. And that should have all the stuff that you guys did and any edits that I sent him that you guys added. So they have to have with you guys.
Yeah, I was reading his email.
I have a comment if anybody wants to hear it.
Please.
So since we're digging into this a little bit with the zoning, on the procedure on application for variance and the procedure on application for conditional use, the zoning inspector does not put a sign on the property that an application has been received. And these are almost like doing a rezoning. In other words, you're changing the use or adding to the use of a property.
Potentially. Well, as we learned it this last time around. Yeah.
So when we're talking about letting the public know, so we're going with digital. And what I've noticed is like in Harlem, when Mike put the signs out, he got lots of calls. And I'm thinking for an application for a variance and for conditional use, if we had language in here where a sign would be placed, the same as you would for a rezoning,
Yeah,
that would be really good notification in the area.
good idea.
We already have signs,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but while we're doing this, I mean, I don't mean to be Johnny come lately. I'm sorry.
But I mean, that's a good thought. I like that idea. Where does the signage fit? Where's that spelled out in the zoning commission?
It's not in the zoning ordinance anywhere. But it's a practice that was established, I don't know how long ago. So it's just basically a procedure that's followed. But it's not specifically listed anywhere in the zoning.
Do you know, Mike, does the Ohio Revised Code in any way require it?
It doesn't require it, but.
I think every entity puts
We're
one
not
out.
the only township, obviously, that's doing it. Well, in the past, it's been problematic from time to time. In the sense of just getting the trustees to go along with purchasing the sign. So we had trouble.
Well, you're not gonna have a problem
making
with
that
that.
happen.
Yeah, I don't see that as being.
But you know, Westville, New Albany, Genoa, they all do it as far as zoning. But if we don't need to do anything other than buy Mike another cup of coffee and asking to put them out when the applications come in.
Yeah.
But I think in reading this,
since we don't have newspaper anymore.
Right,
Um,
yeah.
what do you think? Looking from the outside in.
We haven't had any discussion about possibility of putting that in zoning resolution. I don't know that it would be a problem putting it in. I don't necessarily see it as. an
Well,
issue.
or,
Just
I mean,
never
does
came up.
it need to be, or could we just?
I would just recommend this.
Instruct Mike.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, that's what I'm asking. Mike is, as far as asking the zoning inspector to do it. If that's what's going on with regular zoning.
That is what's happened for the last 10, 15, 20 years. I don't know how long.
Okay.
we're Trying to do it.
Well, we can just
There were
make it,
times when it wasn't being done, and it wasn't being done because according to the zoning inspector at that point, the trustees wouldn't authorize any funds to buy the signs.
We're buying mower blades.
So let me be contrarian here a little bit. You put a sign in somebody's yard, and what if they decide just to take it out themselves? Right?
Well,
That's one thing.
but we do that, we do that with zoning. I mean, that somebody can grab a sign and throw it in the ditch.
Yeah.
That has happened.
Yeah.
It's-
So-
I think it's happened.
Well-
You mean the landowner
I've got a
did that,
question.
or somebody just coming along did that?
Well, neighbors a lot of times don't like the signs.
We don't know whether it was a property owner or somebody else who's done it, but I know that it's happened.
Oh,
I mean, and it's happened since Mike's been here in the sense that they didn't steal the sign, but it was down
Mhm.
yeah, could have been deer.
and he went back.
Amy?
back up.
Well, I guess my question is if you are going to change the zoning on a property, wouldn't that impact maybe a little bit more people where conditional use is more about the people within 200 feet? I mean,
Well,
is that a
I'm just
little
trying
bit of
to
a difference?
get it so that people know what's going on. And it's just like the Harlem case, there was 3 or 4 lots involved there in
Yeah,
Harlem.
you're talking about the rezoning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mike got lots and lots of calls, but you didn't have that many people come in. Once they
Oh.
realized what was going on and they're being informed, versus if you have a procedure and an application for a variance, such as we just had, and then the people would know what was going on if we'd had a sign. You see what I'm saying? I say, well, why? So we don't get, so we can say, well, there's a hearing, come to the hearing. If you don't want to come to the hearing, fine. Just like we did.
Variance can be as disruptive to the local area as a rezoning.
It's almost
Could be worse.
like rezoning.
Yeah,
Well, it would be a step toward improving communication.
yep.
I think so.
So my second contrarian,
Get a different sign that would specifically say it's a variance or a conditional use or something.
I don't know, or a lot of times,
Rezoning.
well, it's not a reason, we'd have to say something different. I would have to talk to Mike. There might be a, where it says there's been a zoning application. We might just have a placard we put over that.
It could, yeah, I think
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Without making new signs, you can just have them
Yeah.
print up some placards and stick it over it.
Right.
And that way everybody's been notified because, well, nobody told me,
You know,
You can only do so much, but I think that's a step forward based on the response he's getting from the zoning signs. Now, if he wasn't getting any response from the zoning signs, then fine, but he does get a lot of response.
Okay.
Yes, he does.
You can tell the days that he puts them up.
Not just on that one, but he's got it on. the
Right,
other ones.
right, but I'm just using that example. Yeah, he does get a lot of response. And I'm just thinking that way people would know what's going on.
They see the sign, they call up wanting to know what's going on. That's basically what.
And the rumors, oh my gosh, the rumors he puts out, oh God,
It gets calm.
so
you're gonna put a store in, you're gonna put a shopping center in, you're gonna do this, no, they wanna build a house. Oh, okay.
It's a 5-acre plot of land. There's not gonna be a mini mall going on anytime soon.
But
let me ask this, if we don't, for the current use of the zoning sign or the potential use of the signs for our purposes, if it's not covered anywhere, where do we get how does the government come on my property and put a sign in there?
Mr. Chairman, if it's put in the township right of way, it can be done without property owner having any say, really.
that's a good idea, Bob. Thank you.
Yep.
as a member of the communications committee, we would are looking for ways to communicate better, and I agree with that, you know, that it's just a matter of asking Mike to do it. It's not, doesn't have to be written in the law, but at least.
Well, I think
If he would-
starting
if
next
he-
year, we'll get the new BZA chairman to go put them out.
Well, what I was finally driving to is if we were to say your application, we have some wording in here somewhere that says your application is also consent to put a sign out, advertising.
So
So,
whatever you guys want to do. And all we have to do is, if not change this, just send a memo to Mike that the BZA has discussed it and we'd like to discuss it with him,
yeah, I think it's,
the zoning inspector, yeah.
Yeah, that, I mean, I think you're
Okay,
right.
yeah.
As we could easily add a sentence to the application that says, in applying for this, you consent to the posting of a sign on your property.
Yeah.
let's spell it out.
That's not a bad idea. Then you don't really, and then if they throw it away or you catch them doing that, you've got maybe some recourse.
Put the sign back up.
Yeah,
As that being said, I had been thinking too, maybe we should take next year and look at our applications and
Mhm.
update the language and kind of make them a little more user friendly, maybe. But it's been the same forever. I don't know, do you ever have,
Okay.
when's the last time you updated your applications?
We don't have any statement of that nature currently on the application.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but your overall application, you've updated that in the last few years.
Oh, yeah, and whether we, when we make changes in the application, we try to do it like now for next year, so that it would go to the trustees for approval of the forms that we're gonna use for the year. But it can be changed at any time, just have to make sure you notify the trustees.
Trustees, so they can approve it.
It's a part of your official procedures or your forms.
But ours haven't been updated since, I don't know, 15, 20 years.
Okay,
well,
well,
maybe in January when we do our normal organizational meeting, we could just sort of
Discuss that, make
lay
those some
out
ideas,
a
I do.
timeline for tackling some of these things to
Right.
bring them, pick a meeting and we'll have a working session as well as a BZA meeting.
Right.
Okay,
okay, well, then we don't need to change this,
no,
but we will do a memo and then have discussion with the zoning inspector. Good deal.
then, sure, yeah,
Good discussion.
good thought.
Well, my question was on the, we have our procedure for application of a variance, and the other one section is for conditional use permit. And don't we use the same form for those, both of those?
I think we do.
Well, it's actually,
So under A of each, shouldn't our application,
um, we only have one application thing.
yeah, so up the top, it says application is written application of variance shall be made to the zoning township inspector who shall transmit said application to the Board of Zoning Appeals. Then on the conditional use at the bottom here, 2807, we have some different wording. I mean, I think it gets to the same place. It says the application for conditional use shall be submitted on such forms as designated and approved by township trustees.
Yeah.
So we're doing the same thing there, but we have slightly different wording on there. I mean, I think we get there, but
Wording, that's not new wording, that's.
Yeah,
Right, right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
only new wordings in red, so.
I guess I hadn't read it together before like that. So in reviewing that, it just kind of popped out at me.
Well, is there anything under the application for conditional use, under the application definition that would not be applicable for a variance?
I think they just say what they want. They check off the box of what they want.
And all I'm saying, is we could take that, it's a little more expansive under the conditional use language. And use it for the variance language as well.
Yeah, to me, they ought to be the same, but
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Are you, recommending then that?
so we're looking at
we
section,
change it at the hearing that we're gonna have, which will be in December. So that paragraph A under 2807, by hearing what you're suggesting you'd like to have done, is use that same paragraph in 2806 under A.
Yeah,
The only difference would be to change the word, where it says for a conditional use permit, here it would simply, it would simply say for a
for a
variance.
variance.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
And use the same wording.
right.
Well, actually,
Okay, I got it. We'll propose that. And if one of you wanna come and do it, fine, or I can simply, report this back to the zoning commission when we have our hearing.
well, what I'm saying here though, as I'm reading this right now, 2806, the application shall be made to the zoning inspector and transmitted. Then in 2807, it says a legal description shall be accompanied the application. That should also be up in the other one too.
You want all that? I mean.
Oh, that's an A in 2807 should also be in 2806 A.
Yeah, I think we're talking about taking that whole paragraph. Right now, that's the discussion, taking the whole paragraph and moving it up here and just
Moving up
changing,
there, yeah.
just changing the variance and.
So that,
Well, we almost need to use both sentences. So
yeah.
Right.
the
the
first,
condition match.
under 06, and for variance, written application of a variance shall be made to the township. So we want it to come in through the township zoning inspector in either case,
Either
right?
case, yeah.
That's written in the state law, that has to come.
Yeah, okay, but I'm just saying, so that first sentence could be down below under 2807A as well, only it would say written application for a conditional use.
Yeah.
And then the following paragraph, as it's shown here under 2807A, would follow in both sections.
Right.
You just,
Okay,
we combine them.
Did you catch all that?
yeah,
And I mean,
Understand what we're
and the
saying?
delta is purely the language of, in that first sentence, one is a written application of a variance and the other will be a written application for a conditional use. Substituted in that sentence. And then in the next follow on is the paragraph as is shown now in 07.
So basically combine the two of them.
Yeah,
And make one for variance, say variance, one for conditional use,
Right.
conditional use, and use the wording from both of them.
both
In both
together. Yep,
circumstances. Yep.
sequentially, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that seems logical to me.
Because I wouldn't want one to say, I'd like the consistency of what's in that first sentence in 06 that made to the zoning inspector, right? We want to make it clear
Yep.
that that's how we want these things being transmitted. Right?
Mhm.
In the mornings, I use it to fill up the water
so
tank
we'll
when I
make the
swim.
sentence out of A,
Let's have fresh filter water.
2806,
Make this
added
pure pitcher.
2807. And then we're taking the paragraph out of 2807 and putting it up in 2806.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
with the sole
The
wording
combined
change
paragraph, yeah.
of variance versus conditional use.
Right.
Yep. All right. Progress.
Well, it makes me want to go back and read the 05 for the procedure on a hearing to see if we have any that applies back there now.
Mike, while you're there on 2805, about 1, 2, 3, 4, it's the sixth line down. It says the Board of Zoning Appeals shall fix a reasonable time. The word time is got a space in it where it shouldn't be. Typing error there.
What did you say, Saul?
It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth line on 2805. Near the end of that sentence, the word time is got a space between the M and the E. It's just-
Oh, it doesn't have it on mine.
Oh.
I was like, I'm not seeing what you're talking about.
Well, this copy here
1, 2,
is based
3, 4,
on.
5,
That's been fixed.
6. Okay, I say it again, because I'm trying to make sure that then whatever it is that you're asking for, will get transmitted to.
The Board of Zoning Appeals shall fix a reasonable time for the hearing of, and the word time is kind of like misspelled.
Oh, I see it now.
Oh, there is. It's hard to see it, but you're right, Keith.
Yeah.
Fix a reasonable time for the hearing of.
The word time has a space in
Has a
it.
space in
Time is spelled Tim and then space E.
So that's probably in our language right now, since it's
Yeah,
came out,
Yeah.
it's been there.
It's
So
just-
it's not anything you did, Mike.
It's just,
What wording do you want?
No, it's no change.
right, it's
Just
just
make
the
the
word not
word,
spelled
make
right.
the word time, take the space out.
Mine-
You're not seeing it either. It's hard to see it.
Here.
In the book, it's correct.
Fix it.
In the space.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
I'm
know.
not sure if that's an extra space or it's just the way the computer spaces the C after the M.
I think it's the way it printed, because on the computer, there's no space.
There's a thing.
And this is what I printed it from, it's the
Okay.
exact document, so I'm
Okay.
wondering if it's how it printed, but
Yeah.
I do see how.
If
it
it's
looks.
right in the computer, then it's fine.
But I do see how it's spaced
Yeah,
on
I
your
can see
paper.
that now. I kept looking over
I-
it.
It's easy to.
I looked right at it, didn't see it.
I have bad eyes, I would have never seen that.
It's a time and space problem.
Alright, to see what you're saying.
Dementia.
And there's a
Oh.
space, there's a spacing problem on another word too, on 2806C, the third line says,
So there's nothing you have to change.
That time,
or
during.
second line says, hearing thereon shall be. Thereon a word, is it thereon, is it one word, is it gonna be two words, or it just doesn't look right.
No.
I see it.
See right there, it says,
Mhm.
thereon, like, that's one word. two
That's how
words.
it is throughout the rest of the document. But from what I've seen,
That's a word.
Thereon is a
Yeah.
word,
Yes.
okay, I didn't know.
I know I've seen it other places.
Yes. In the example in the dictionary, yes. Is consistent how it's being used here, and it's a word.
Okay.
So I've got a question, and this is the old wording, but I still have a question on 2805, very last line on the page there. At the hearing, any party may appear in person or by attorney. Does it have to be an attorney? Could it just be a proxy? A representative?
I think,
Power of attorney.
I think that's the way it's written in the state law language.
Probably like that all the way through. But you're right, it should just be power of attorney. Because you have to prove that that proxy has legitimate right. So you just give them a power of attorney just for that meeting. But it doesn't have to be an attorney, it can be your neighbor,
Right.
but you have to
That's
give
what
them a
they're
power of
asking.
Yeah.
attorney.
There is attorney. I mean, we just had a hearing and we had a representative of the party. I don't think he's an attorney. I don't.
Well, if we're gonna change it, then it probably should say by appointed power of attorney.
Well, I think it's,
I'm not sure what it.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if we wanna mess with it.
I think that part comes down to the Ohio Revised Code,
Okay, well, that's Trump's, all right, yeah.
you know.
It's not to give you more stuff to look at, but that's it's what happens when we start looking.
Oh, this was gonna be easy.
It's still pretty easy.
Yeah. What?
Make him do all the work for us, right? Yeah. Yeah.
What wording do you want?
I don't know.
No, I think it's the Ohio Revised Code wording anyways.
If somebody needs clarification on that, they can ask us. If it has to be an attorney. So I'd
It's
leave
been
it,
that way, I don't know when.
I'd leave it
since,
alone.
February of 2021.
okay,
I just looked, see what it was. I don't know whether it predates that date or not, but February 17th.
I bet it does.
Well,
I bet it does too.
I bet it does.
from what I understand, the number of hearings appeals we've heard are one in how many years?
Yeah,
Appeals-
that
appeals-
doesn't happen very often. Well, you've only
Yeah,
had.
knock on wood.
I only recall one since I've been associated with the township, so.
Well, it's like,
How about you?
I said the only one I know was the one my father had.
So there's two. Yeah, you said that before, right?
And that was,
So there's been two.
and then the next year I became a board member, so.
I was gonna say, didn't you say it was like 30 years or something
Yeah,
like
it's been
that?
like 30 years.
You were trying to rig it.
There may be some more coming though.
Ah,
If there's more citations issued.
Okay.
anybody else see anything on this?
Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, then. We're not gonna change the wording there. All right, got you.
We're just pointing out, if you guys want to look at it and do what with something, then,
We don't want to make any more changes, so it changes you.
Right.
And the interesting thing about that, Mike, I went and pulled the official files, of that hearing 30 years ago.
The hearing is scheduled for the first Monday in December.
I'm saying but the appeal that my
And
father had, the appeal my father had 30 years ago. I went and found the official
yeah.
transcripts that we have on file. And I wanted to see,
Oh, it's there. Okay, I see what you're
and I
saying.
wanted to read what happened, the thing that said, it said, see court reporter for transcript.
And then nothing was attached.
So nothing attached to it, no.
Because they didn't want to pay to have it
So
done.
it said, look, the transcript that
Yeah.
didn't exist.
Yeah.
I know,
He was
it's
like,
okay.
do we have the transcript? I was like,
No.
I don't think so.
So the whole-
Because you have to pay,
the
you have
whole
to
hearing
pay them.
is on reporter's
Yeah,
transcript.
another one of those files that got lost while they were down at.
No, you have to pay the court reporter
You have
to
to pay-
transcribe it.
You have to pay for that
Yeah,
transcript.
and they didn't want to do that.
They don't want to do that, so they just,
It's really expensive.
Hmm.
It is expensive, I know.
Yeah, when they gave us the quote for getting this last hearing, I was like,
How much was it?
it was like per word. It was gonna be per
Oh,
word. per
I know,
page.
I've done some before and they usually run about $2,500.
Yeah. Yeah, she said it would be upwards of over 1,000,
Yeah.
especially with as long as it was,
Yeah, that was a marathon.
which I was like, ooh. We will not unless we absolutely need it.
Did she keep the tape so that if you had to have?
Yep, they will keep it in case, a couple years later we need it, but it just won't be
It won't be transcribed.
for us.
So for this meeting's minutes, I guess we're gonna suggest that the section 2806 A and 2807 A be combined and tweaked
Right.
Yep.
For discussion.
for discussion. Yep. Okay. Nothing else on this one? Good?
Good.
Any other new business? No reports to give? Any reports? I guess we're down to our next meeting date and time. I have us set, what's that, December 15th? And what about our training?
It's supposed to be in January.
January? Okay.
And I'll remind you that January is Martin Luther King Day. So that just may make
And we
a
have to-
difference to the trainer.
and we have to have an organizational meeting in January.
Right. So
So maybe February.
maybe that might be better.
Yeah.
To get our organizational meeting done and work plan done in January. And then have the training in February. Because I was looking at the dates and it's like, oh geez. All right.
Mention that to Mike so he can talk to Pete about it.
Which also is President's Day in February.
It always falls on President's Day.
Right.
We did that last year, yeah.
Those two are always that way.
We get Martin Luther King Day, then we get President's Day. next
Right.
month.
Well, I think we should just skip January and February and go to March.
Oh, March, yeah, wait till March.
The next meeting date is 12/15/25 at our regular time of 7:30 PM.
Mhm.
That's fine.
Yep.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
If we have nothing else, we could entertain a motion. Adjourn.
Make a motion, we'll adjourn.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned at 8:06.
Right.
Boom.